Hey, we're back.
We are live again.
It's us now.
We continue to live, as they say.
I mean, we'll see for how long.
We
This
have
could all go horribly
Twitch has
wrong.
been behaving. This time Twitch has been behaving.
Actually alive for
Yes,
sure.
good,
Our
yes.
characters are definitely in the alive category.
All of us breathe
them.
and eat food.
None of our characters are not alive people.
Yes, yes.
Well,
Oogna only wishes she was dead.
Can we be heard, audience?
Oh, we're good.
Chat?
We got levels. We got levels for days.
I like to check in though.
Yeah.
To make sure that somebody in the chat at least can hear what we is saying. I see a yup.
Yup.
I will remind the chats and audience members also, because I forgot to earlier, that if anybody feels the urge to cheer, you can use bits to cheer for our players, and when the counter rolls over, they all get more inspirations. Currently, the counter is at 57.5%. So I just throwing that out there so that folks can decide accordingly.
What are you birds doing?
All right. So when we last left off, Tromlin and Copernicus had snuck their way back around the building to the door to this room by the stables that they're supposed to go to. And when you get there, you find that the door is not latched in any way.
Oh, we've lost a DM.
That one.
Wah wah. Oh heck! Thanks, Meta. We also rolled over, so I'm just gonna sneak us some more inspirations.
that's cool.
thank you.
Peter, you seem to be running the game now.
Yeah, Copernicus.
Quick, level us up.
Good, yes.
I get a cool sword.
Oh, we can't hear ya.
A satyr influencer.
Levels for days. Just like you said, Alina, we all get levels for days.
Levels for days. Excellent.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a level 50 fighter.
I'm level 69.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, the funny number.
The funny sex number.
I can't remember which of our friends it was who was crunching
there
the
we go.
numbers on the...
I'm level 805.
Good.
Oh no.
We all leveled up when
Lies.
we were gone.
No,
Yes.
none of these things are true.
I can't remember which of our
Not
all of
friends...
them.
Everything is
True.
permissible.
Yeah.
It was all opposite day. You all got negative those numbers of levels.
What's
Oh,
the
no.
number that's boobs? Is that 8,080?
Yes. Yeah.
2080.
80,000?
Boobs.
Okay. Yeah, that's my level.
Oh yeah, I gotta give us some things. I'm giving us some inspiration.
Yes. So the inspiration thing was happening.
Yay.
I'm assuming the audience could at least hear me talk about cheering because somebody did it. Metageeky did some cheering. But I don't know what else I said that was lost.
Whole bunch
That was-
of really offensive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking about how much I hate certain races.
Yep.
Orcs. Yeah, like
I was gonna
Kender.
say 50-yard, but okay.
so anyway, I was saying that Tromlin and Copernicus were making their way sneaking around the building towards the stable and found the door to this room that they've heard so much about, which is not even latched. You can just kind of sneak through.
Well, that makes me nervous.
And when you do so, you come into a somewhat dim room. There's light coming through that door, which isn't much of a door to speak of. But you find quickly that the reason the room is in such shadow is that there's a curtain partway along it. And when you pull back the curtain and go behind it, there is a small table with a series of chairs around it. And sitting at the table are two individuals, one of whom is the thief that you met earlier, the gentleman Eurus Gale, who is a elemental-blooded human, clearly has some air elementalism to them, and speaks somewhat in whisper. But with him is a raven folk, and the raven folk is clearly a cleric of some kind, as he bears a set of prayer beads, and a holy symbol of one of the northern bird gods, but not the symbol of the raven cult, which is a different thing.
Good.
Different bird.
The raven queen is a different entity. No, it's basically Odin is the major patron of the raven folk. And Eurus will say, "Good afternoon. I am glad you have come. I wasn't sure if you would."
I will tell him, just so you know, someone did try to tail us. I did sap them and tie them up and leave them in an alleyway.
They were sent by Garwin Berger. Just so you know who has eyes on you.
It does not surprise me overmuch. Garwin is in deep with the raven cults. And it seems that your discussion and visit with us did not go entirely unnoticed.
I'm sorry for that. I did not mean to cause you trouble.
It is not you who is causing this trouble. What was it saying? There were a number of members of the guild at the Wyvern's Eye who are members of the cult, but only a few of them are deeply involved. Garwin is one of them. I take it that you managed to get here without being seen then?
As far as we know, yes.
And we'll all want to take precautions when leaving.
Mhm.
If you will permit, in order to ensure for both of our sakes that this meeting goes the way we would wish, I have brought Brother Menard here, and the Ravenkin bows his head to cast a zone of truth upon our discussion.
Sounds good to me.
I'll fill my saving throw voluntarily.
Same.
And he will cast the spell, and then having cast it, he puts a sort of like a combination blindfold and earmuff kind of helmet over his eyes and upper part of his head, and just sits kind of quietly chanting to himself to maintain the spell off to the side. And having done that, I think in retrospect, he probably would have done that before you started talking about the Raven cult already, but whatever. Hand wave.
Yeah.
Yeah, you start talking about the Raven cult. So Eurus is going to say, I have a couple of questions for you. First, I want you to say out loud under the zone of truth that you have no affiliation with the Raven cult.
I have no affiliation with the Raven cult.
No affiliation with the Raven Cult.
He says, I have no affiliation with the Raven
I
cult.
have no affiliation with the Raven Cult.
Well, I have no affiliation with the Raven cult. Just starts jumping up.
I'm Spartacus.
I was unaffiliated before it got all popular.
I don't even know what it is.
Oh, you mean that Raven cult?
So, my next question is, what is your business in Ravenfall?
We're currently trying to set up the charity fight to help with for families of lost sailors.
Yes, I had heard of this. Is that your only business?
Oh no, it's not. We are currently trying to decide between many things that need to be taken care of, including fighting a weird brain growth that is apparently taking over some of the woods that we've dealt with before. And the Raven cult is a bit of a concern as well.
Are you?
Recruiting people that people we care about. So we're keeping tabs, and depending on how deep their clutches go, we think they may have leverage on some people who are important to the city and important to us.
And have you been? Are you here at all on guild business?
No, not at all. I just completed a major mission for my home guild. I'm here on my own. I am not representing them, as I told you.
And lastly, do you know whether the Mud Hollow Guild has been influenced by the Raven cult?
We haven't been back for a few months, so not that I'm unaware completely.
It's actually only been a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I know it
to
doesn't
my
feel like it,
knowledge-
but it's true.
To my knowledge, no, but I can't guarantee it.
That is why I asked to the best of your knowledge. Very well. Then perhaps we can help each other. You wanted to get information from me, specifically about the Raven cult. I can help you there.
There is one other thing I need to tell you.
Go ahead.
The lady of your city has a curse on her that is preventing her from getting involved in stopping the Raven cult.
And the curse may come from a force aligned with the Unseelie Court.
We have seen in like the frost burn that is emanating the curse. She almost managed to work around it.
Yeah.
He looks shaken.
Yeah.
It's some big news to drop.
Should be.
That would explain a
Bernie
great
will
deal.
hum and pull out his book like he's taking notes, but just send a little trauma, a little like. So we really trust this guy, like fully.
We're good. We're good.
Man, he hasn't
My
mentioned everything.
response
By
to
a long
that is,
shot.
it's his city, and he needs to know. And if the Raven cult is trying to spy on him, that means that he is probably not one of them.
Yeah, I do.
He needs to know how deep this goes.
Got off my note.
So he will tell you, first and foremost, you need to know that the guildmaster here, he's relatively new. You may not have known his rise to power. He only came to power a year ago. He is a rodent kin. He is named Cyril Sneer. And I'm watching everyone's faces just to see. I'm only seeing Alina react significantly to that.
Only
I don't
the Canadians.
know if that's just people in poker faces or not.
Oh,
I
man.
don't know the reference. I'm sorry.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. It's
a
a very
Canadian
specific
cartoon.
era of Canadian cartoons. Mink,
Yeah, I
you got
missed
your
it.
tail stuck.
Cyril
Wait,
Sneer
wait,
is the
raccoons?
aardvark from the raccoon.
Yes.
The raccoons. Okay.
Yeah.
They showed that
I-
Nickelodeon when I was a kid. I remember it now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I literally am 100% basing this character on Cyril Sneer from the raccoon.
I liked that cartoon.
It was great.
I know they've been trying to remake it for a while.
It's Nelvana, right?
Its theme music too is like fire.
It's Nelvana from the 80s. So
Mhm.
it's a very deep cut.
I mean, Nirvana in the 80s, they were really doing some good stuff.
They were doing some cool stuff.
I will die in the hill that Droids was a great cartoon.
That was a
show.
great
Oh
show.
my god.
was
I
a good
100%
show.
agree with you. That I actually found that cartoon and downloaded it online.
We
I
were
actually think it
rewatching
had
some
one
of
It
it.
holds up.
Yeah, it does.
It had one of the
Yeah.
best 80s theme songs.
Oh yes.
Yep.
And it is just frankly some of the best Star Wars content to ever be made post.
Is it
original
obviously for
films.
kids? Yes, of course it is. But like the stories are still good.
Mhm.
It's
I was
more like
heartbroken.
good stories for kids than it is than like the garbage that Lucas came up with later when he went, it's for kids, so we got to fill it with poop and fart jokes.
Mhm.
Sorry, tangent. Marvel used to have a comic imprint called Star Comics that was comics aimed at children in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
I'm
And
aware of
they
it.
actually had the license for the Ewoks cartoon in the Droids cartoon.
Ooh.
I read some of those comics.
Yeah, I used to as a kid. I had for a long time the entire run of Droids, which when the cartoon series got canceled, they're kind of padded out in the ending. So they basically the last 3 issues are the movies retold from the Droid point of view, which I was like, eh. But they do bring back the character designs from the Christmas special.
Ah.
There's
Good.
a lot of designs from the Droids cartoon that you can see how related they were to heavy metal. There's a bunch of design choices from heavy metal.
Well, they also
that
did the
made
movie
it into the Droids cartoon.
Rock and Roll. Came from
Oh
Nelvana.
yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Nelvana did Rock and Roll, which is
Oh,
also
that
a
was great.
Canadian classic.
That bombed so horribly.
If you haven't seen it, you must.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
very good.
No one
Try to
knew
find
what to
the
do with
cut- the
adult
original
animation.
cut if you can, because it got
Yeah.
changed before it
Yeah.
American theaters.
It got changed immediately. There's 2 versions that were originally made, and neither one is kind of like the original theatrical. They're just sort of 2 different choices, and it was because of argument between the distribution companies.
And as I recall, I could be wrong on this, the giant weird monster being at the end, they basically animated by using cow brains.
It's a crazy animation. It's like
It's a weird fucking.
So
and,
good.
Like, if you're into anthro art, there you go. It's post-apocalyptic anthro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
they got
Do you want Anthro
pre-sued.
Mick Jagger? They got it.
Yeah, they got pre-sued before they finished production because Mick Jagger's people got wind because the main character, the villain Mock, was originally named Mock Swagger because he was supposed to be a specific send-up of Mick Jagger, and basically like they got cease and desisted during production more or less, and went, "What if he's just called Mock?
Yeah, that's fine.
And what if we twist him a little more toward?" I believe they changed his hairstyle to make him a little more Bowie.
Yeah.
And he's voiced by Lou Reed.
At Lou
What the
Reed and
fuck?
Iggy Pop
Yep.
at different points.
And Blondie's
speaking
in that
voice
movie.
is Don Franks.
Earth, Wind, and
I
Fire.
wrote-
The music is great.
Yeah, the music in that movie includes Blondie, Cheap Trick, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, Debbie Harry
Ridiculous.
is the voice of the main,
Yes.
main character.
Yeah, Debbie Harry
Yes.
sings and is the lead voice character. Yep. Anyway, for those who are aware of this insane piece of Canadiana, I
It's
highly
nuts.
recommend checking it out.
I gotta take a picture of cute birds being cute.
Sorry for that rabbit hole audience,
My
but
fault.
that's what you get for watching old Canadian.
We've been doing this long
animation.
enough now. They must know what they're in for.
Yeah.
Yep.
I personally have been thinking about bumping the night.
Ooh. Another deep cut.
Okay. So
Anyway, so we're being serious.
the first thing he wants to tell you is that Cyril Sneer, the guildmaster of the Ravenfall Thieves Guild, is a high-ranking member of the Raven cult.
Hmm.
And as a result, there have been more and more Raven cult members infiltrating the guild, or more like converting. And it's getting difficult to know who to trust, because if you don't want to do things that the Raven cult wants the guild to be doing, you could get in some hot water, basically. He can't he can't say for certain that Cyril Seal, he doesn't know enough about the internal workings of the Raven cult to know that Cyril Seal is really, or Cyril Sneer is really a high-ranking member, but it's kind of obvious from the way that the guild has been operating. The guild has been offering services to the inner circle of Eliphas Darkmoor, including spying services at very cut rates. The number of members of the Thieves Guild in the city has grown a bit recently. And part of the issue is that there are so many members that have come to the city from all of the smaller towns along the icy wastes that have been pushed out, where the people have been pushed out by the ice barbarians. They've all come here, and so there's probably lots of sort of rural groups of Raven cultists who've come here and consolidated. Otherwise, what else can he tell you? If you bring up anything about the Assassin's Guild, he'll let you know that the numbers of the Assassin's Guild in town have also swelled recently. And it's basically become impossible to keep track of which townsfolk are members or not of the Raven cult, because there's just been so many people who are new, who have come here from the surrounding areas.
That's how you know you got a good cult.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But he knows that Eliphas Darkmoor is the central figure of the current cult, and his power has grown considerably. He's probably one of the richest men in Ravenfall now, from the power that the cult has gained. Of course, that manifests in the form of like tithing and money that they get from members. But many of the local merchants and members of the noble houses, including heads of various guilds, including the Brewers Guild, the Bakers Guild, and the
Candlestick
Merchants
makers.
Guild, or some of the leaders of the Merchants Guild, are all members of the cult.
That is concerning.
Any other specific questions?
Is there anyone else trying to move against them?
Trying to move against the cult? So in the past, there's always been some fragmentation, and so there'd be a consolidated cult under some leader, but there would be other fringe groups. He doesn't know if there's anything like that going on right now. It has been concerning why the lady, the Countess, hasn't moved against them, because that's what she's done in the past if they get too big for their britches. Or at least that's what the legends say. But what you've just told him about a curse making her inactive, now he's really concerned, because he had assumed that if it got bad enough, she would do something.
Now she
But
can't.
if she can't, yeah.
But if she
I-
can't,
Problem.
that's not great.
I wonder when any movement reaches a sufficient size, you suddenly find that there are many banners under and within it. Do you know if Eliphas has any rivals who might be tempted to wrest power from him, that could divide forces, or if there are any issues that the Raven cult finds themselves divided on, that could be a wedge?
Probably. What would be the answer? Actually, I'll do this in character. There has always been a divide within the cult between the common members, who see this simply as a way to worship an archfey, which is common in the north. As I'm sure you're aware, this is a place of ice and cold, and praying to the unseelie is often done simply to get through the winter. And so there's always been a divide between those who seek power as sorcerers or warlocks gaining power from the Fae, and those who are simply, going about their lives. But within those who seek power, it really depends. When someone comes along like Darkmoor, who is appearing to be successful, it's far more likely to attract followers than rivals. But I don't know what they're trying to do. There are a number of rumors flying around. These raiders, the ice barbarians that keep raiding, some speculate that the cult is in some way in league with them. I don't know what purpose that would serve. So I do not know if that is the case. There have always been conflict between the Archfey of the Seelie and the Unseelie. There are powerful rivals to the Raven Queen among the Fae, or the Archfey, the leaders of the courts. That is a world I would not be anxious to stick my foot in. But there are tales of specific rivalries between the Raven Queen and the Horned King. For example, the Archfey of the Spring. And certainly in the past, there has been ways in which people have been manipulated into serving the interests of the Archfey, who they worship. But again, I am not highly familiar with this, the arcana of the Archfey and their rivalries. There are a lot of stories coming out of the north right now. The white dragons have been seen a number of times, more often recently than one would expect. The offspring of Lofweir, the ancient frost dragon. There are tales that the road north trade has stopped with Northhold. The road north, it is said, has become dangerous because of the troubles in the Wildwoods, but there are others who say that a greater source of conflict is that the city of Northhold is being attacked by giants of Frostholm. I do not know whether there is any truth to those rumors. There has always been peace, or generally been peace, between the frost giants and the Reavers of Northold. The Raven folk of the north, from Ervik, they have not been coming south. The Raven folk here have been not wishing to travel north, and usually there is significant traffic between them. Why this is, I don't know. So there are a number of things happening that may be related to the cults and their goals, but I don't know enough about them. I'll call for an Arcana check, however, on some of that from you, Copernicus.
Yeah, not for me.
Pleasure. That's a 24.
Oh, that's a good one.
Nice.
It's a juicy
Damn.
one. Okay, so a couple things. One is the Seelie courts. You have an Unseelie courts. You have previously already heard a bit about the rivalry between the Horned King and the Raven Queen, and in fact, a long time ago in this game, you learned that certain merchants were minions, or being manipulated by, at least, the minions of the Horned King.
I assume Otto Thriftwick was probably...
Otto Thriftwick was, in fact, whether he knew it or not, serving the Horned King in opposition to the Raven cult. And yeah, you know Otto Thriftwick got himself killed.
That was
but
episode
you're not
like
sure-
5.
Yeah, and you're not sure to what degree you had some encounters with some of the Seelie court mushroom folks.
Right.
But yeah, you're not sure what may have transpired in that particular rivalry since you left the area, because definitely you had a big hand in messing up the Night Slayers, who were clearly major pawns of the Raven cult. But what happened next? Who knows? You guys left. You had other shit to do. You had owlbears to milk and places to go and people to see.
We were on a very important mission.
That's how we got
Not
Trey.
getting something weird for a weird guy who refused to show their face and asked through the Thieves Guild. Certainly not.
I'm sure it was not a fetish.
Well, I think
But there's a second thing I was getting you to roll for. So that's number one. But the other reason that I had you roll Arcana is there's something that twings at the back of your mind about this idea of the frost giants attacking, or at least going crazy.
history. It sounds like history.
Yeah, it sounds like a history roll,
All right, let's do it.
which is kind of your thing.
You're good at these.
It's a 19 on the die for a 29, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah, you definitely have seen a an ancient prophecy in one of your books at one time that speaks about something changing in the north. There are ancient tales that at the top of the world, at the roof of the world, is ice, and that the base of the world is fire, and that trapped in the ice at the roof of the world is some kind of primeval force,
That's not good.
and that if that force is ever released, if the ice caps melt or some kind of thing, who knows, I don't know.
Climate change. That's the real
I'm not even
enemy.
sure what an ice cap is. You've never been to Tim's. There's some kind of doom, but you remember specifically a prophecy of the giants, the madness of the giants, the frost giants of the north, the fire giants of the south.
Oh no.
So anyway, that rings a bell, and you feel like you more than ever would really, really like to get back to your library, because you know you've seen something about this in your library. And I mean, that's like out there, like you just heard some giants are doing something crazy, but you happen to be sort of like hearing a lot about apocalyptic
There's been a lot of prophecies lately.
and it just kind of makes you go click.
Seems bad.
Maybe.
And is it
Maybe
my
a thing.
understanding that if this is Peter trying to think it out and make sure that it aligns with Pernie's knowledge, so I'm trying to make sure that Peter and Pernie are aligned here. If the Unseelie Court was doing very well, then there'd be a lot of winter, and the ice caps would be frozen, and they're imprisoning something from the opposing force.
Something. I mean,
or-
like you remember there was something about like ice melting and the fire, like at the one end, and fires going out at the other end.
Well, that's real bad.
Yeah.
It's like a
double apocalypse.
and you and I'll give you one more thing. You remember a name. You remember reading about the great sort of demon goddess Helligrim. You remember that you think that might be the name of the being that's trapped in the ice.
And is she associated with Celia or Unseelie, or neither? From what I.
Oh no, she would be a bigger thing than that.
Okay. Well, that's a problem.
Why do I feel like we've heard that
Hologram.
name before? I don't have it written down, but I think I've heard it.
Adding that to my notes, and I'm going to add research Hologram to my leads folder here, so I don't forget.
Yep.
And okay.
Anything else in particular that you guys would like to ask our friend Eurus Gale?
If we were going to launch a war of whispers against the Ravenhold, spread rumors about infighting, perhaps about Elephas's scorn for the people who follow him blindly because they worship truly and not because they're in it for power. If we were going to try and drive those spikes, where would you sow those seeds?
You are asking
I only have like 3 people's phone numbers. when I need to text a message out, and no one pushes out my text chains, no matter how much I ask. So,
Even when you say, if you don't send this to at least 9 people in the next 10 days, terrible things will happen to you.
and terrible things
Don't
always
understand.
happen.
Yeah.
Look around us at the world. This is because no one's forwarding my text chains.
I would think you need more information first. So, an obvious choice would be to fuel some of these important people, these leaders. If Cyril Sneer has ambition, he is head of the Thieves Guild, but I do not know how strong his loyalty might be to Elephas. If it is not, he would seem an obvious choice to potentially build that rivalry. The nobles, there are some nobles who are members of the cult. I am personally aware of at least one.
Who?
Lord Sirdic. Sorry, I keep forgetting it's. I went and did some Gaelic names, and I keep forgetting you got to do hard C's.
Cerdic.
Kierdic.
Okay, so it's not the
Lord
Vultures.
Kierdic Blackmont is definitely a member of the cult.
Or the
And-
Vultures?
That I do not know. But I would look into associates of Lord Kierdic. His sister, Lady Kirwin Blackmont, I do not believe is a member. But he has many other associates. And then I am suspicious also of this cousin of the Baron. This new Langarian who has come to the city and who has his cousin's ear. Or sorry, her cousin's ear. The Lady Phoenix Langarian has very rapidly gained standing through her cousin. But that may simply be normal noble nepotism.
You really got to eat the rich.
Mm-hmm.
So is it possible that some of these might have ambitions that could be made to not align with Elephas Darkmoor? Perhaps. But you need to find that out. How strong is his hold over them? That is the question. I would support an effort to break the power of the Raven Cult over the Thieves Guild here.
By the way,
Whether
sorry, go ahead.
yes, I don't like the idea of simply trying to build Cyril's power so that he might divide with Elephas, because he is using his power now to turn the guild into an arm of the cult. I would prefer to see that cease.
What is a way we can get hold of you that does not involve the guild?
Magic from within the city here, I would say there are people that I would trust for you to bring a message to me.
Or
but if
would
you're
you mind
beyond the
signing
city-
this book for us?
Suspicion.
I actually think if he signs, I think I can't have more names in the book.
Okay.
Technically, we've already gone over, but we just sort of like hand waved and said all party members
It's
could
the group. Yeah.
Because I think it limits it really dumb. It's like 4 or something.
Yeah.
I'm only allowed to have 5 favorite contacts. It's. I've been
It's-
trying to upgrade.
It's part of your plan.
God, not
It's
the
in my book
family
contract.
plan.
Yeah, you got the family plan.
That's hilarious.
But
But evenings and weekends, I discounted rates. So
It only
I
costs half
I
your
would
soul.
say there are a handful of individuals I would trust, or there are some places that I can reveal to you to leave a message for me.
Okay.
Otherwise,
I
I would use magical means that cannot go awry.
As it is, there's obvious suspicion going on. I don't want to risk you getting hurt.
I also would prefer not to risk that.
I'm glad to hear we're on the same page about your safety.
Maybe some pleaser-wearing friends could be go-betweens.
Maybe.
Some people who spin about poles.
So I am going to jump at this point to another person. I'm
dear.
going to jump back to Fetid.
Ooh.
So Fetid and Oogna, you have Oogna has like left in tears.
Oh no, I've fled to like under a bridge somewhere or by a dock, and I'm just like weeping into my hands.
And so you're sort of like hanging back and going, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, all these weird mammalian emotions. I'm like go up and like I go to pat her on the shoulder, but then I realize that like even with her sitting down and me standing, I can't actually reach her shoulder, so it works out to like an elbow pat.
Good. You get like really incomprehensible. I didn't know that this was gonna. She's so pretty. I like her. I just wanted to be friends. Like it's not making a lot of sense.
Work drama.
Yep.
But you will notice. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Oogna if she noticed the raven tattoo on Basilisk. Yeah,
Oh, she has a
did you know
tattoo now. That's really cool. She's so cool. And then I'm back.
Oh boy. Okay. There.
You'll notice off near this where this bridge goes over a little culvert. You will notice up the culvert a tiny goblin form in the shadows, trying to get your attention.
Okay. Oogna, you stay here and try not to blubber too loud. I'm gonna go talk to a guy real quick.
And you head over to the culvert, the little grate, and there is a very scrawny little goblin with like a way too big sweater that comes down and covers the hands, and a little shock of black hair that covers all of the face except for one little sliver over an eye. And you remember this goblin is named Molly, and this is the goblin who was a super big fan of Oogna back in when you first came to Ravenfall.
Oh, okay.
And you can see the eye is kind of wide and shining and like kind of fearful of this scene of what's going on. And she will mutter barely audibly to you, somebody said you were looking for information.
Yeah, actually we are. And you could do me a huge favor by cheering up my friend if you'll come over with me and tell her all about it.
Okay.
Awesome. Come with me. Ignore the fact that she's sobbing. It's all part of her training.
Good. This is emotional training.
Mhm.
Molly comes over, like,
Once Oogna realizes that there is a fan present, she's gonna try to pull herself together because you gotta keep it strong in front of the fans.
Mhm.
Gotta keep kayfabe. The bone
And-
crusher doesn't cry.
this is a good point for me to pull a second poll
Ooh.
out
I will get
for
out of the
the
chat.
audience. So I will once again ask for the players to step out of the chat, and I will ask my Shadow DM to pull the second poll of the night together and throw it in there. Excellent. I see that it is there. And I would like everybody to go ahead, and as before, you can vote as many times as you like using your channel points. I would like to see which of these come about. There's another 10 minutes on the poll.
All right.
So bring those votes in and we'll see where we land.
Okay. Hi. How's it going? Everything's fine. Nothing's wrong here. Craig's really good cardio.
That is the title of the episode.
There you go.
Excellent.
Agreed.
Excellent. Okay.
Writing it down.
Yeah. So she just kind of squeaks out at you. I'm a big fan.
Hey, it's great. Thanks for supporting me. Thanks for supporting me all these years. It's always good to meet fan.
Very
Hey.
big.
Can I sign something? So like wiping my face, I got like a pen out of my pocket. It's all like covered in tears and snot.
She pulls out. I forget what you signed for her before.
Oh, yes.
You signed something for her back
Yes.
in the marketplace. Well, I forget what it was, but whatever it is, she
Her
pulls it
shirt,
out.
a handkerchief, yeah.
Got the thing with your signature on it, and she like points to another spot on it.
And I'll just
And as you grab it to sign it, you notice that where she is pointed to for you to sign it has also got Basilisk's signature.
Oh, no.
no. Do I keep my
Oogna
shit
scratched
together?
out.
Do you hold it together? That's the question.
Oh, I got a 16. I'm good at performance. That's another +5 too.
Okay,
So,
okay. So
it hurts. It gets me right here.
You can choke back the sobs enough to like.
That's good. You're supporting all the wrestlers. I gotta support a hometown hero. Yep. And we're signed beside it.
Excellent.
You tell everyone. You tell everyone that Basilisk is the best, and everyone should support her in every fight. She's really great. I think she's great.
I will.
Okay, good. You tell everyone I'm a big fan of her too.
I will. So Jeff, Fetid had left word with Quaggle buddies that you had interest in getting information in town. So you imagine that's probably why she came.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense.
She is very much entirely distracted at the moment.
That's fine.
I'm very distracting.
Yeah, I'll ask her what she wanted to tell us.
She says there was somebody wanted to talk to you. One of the other Quaggles.
Okay, do you have a name?
There was two of them. One's name is Bob, and
Okay.
the other one is Toad.
Okay, do I know these names?
Toad rings a bell.
Yeah, okay.
You were just told something about a Froggie at one very recently.
Right.
Froggie went off, joined a
By
cult.
Butch.
Froggie went to culting.
Okay.
Oh, that's the backup title.
Bob, you don't know. I mean, Bob's a pretty generic name.
Yeah, it could be anybody. Okay. Where do they want to meet up with us?
She says, I saw Bob by the market. And Toad was down that tunnel that goes towards the big tower.
Okay.
And you, of course, because of your merits, your features, you have the knowledge of the city byways, and you know exactly where she's talking about.
All right. Okay, well, that's helpful. We will track these guys down. Thank you for your service.
One of
Thank
them's a
you
frog?
for distracting my sad friend.
You're great.
Oh, I know you're great, little buddy. You're all the fans are the greatest. Thanks for your support. It
And then
really means everything to me.
Cuddles off with her, clutching her newly signed rag.
Oogna's just like keeps up the facade until she's out of sight, and then like her face just crumples again. She slumps back over.
Oh my goodness! Someone dropped a whole lot of voting on there.
Ooh.
We have a
But
clear
she's no
leader at the
longer
moment, but there's
sobbing.
still almost half the time to go. Still got 4 minutes.
She's no longer sobbing incomprehensibly, so you could probably wrangle her to go somewhere.
All right. Let's go meet this Toad person. I don't know who Bob is, so we're gonna put that lower on the priority list.
If he's a frog, and maybe I can talk to him. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, and
I don't feel much like a frog queen right now.
Yeah, but maybe he'll be able to give you some, good mammalian love advice.
I don't know, maybe. Alright, let's go.
So you're not even denying it now.
I don't know. No use talking about it anymore. It's all over. If we hooked everything up real good, so I guess.
I'm getting increasingly this is the closest to grossed out you've ever seen Fetid. He's just like, oh, emotions.
Oh no.
Finally, something Fetid won't touch.
Yeah,
Yes.
Finally something I don't want to roll
gross.
around in.
Mammals and they're stupid.
I go to
Animals.
do the back pat again, but this time since you're standing up, it would be like a butt pat, and I'm immediately just like, oh no.
That got weird.
Not even.
No.
It's like you could barely reach above the knee.
Yeah. Just a consoling half thigh pat.
Yep.
Okay, we're down to only a couple minutes left in the poll here, or 3 minutes, I think, actually, 2.5.
Yeah, basically, if you go, Oogna will follow you as long as you don't scamper out of sight immediately.
I'm gonna send an animal messenger to Perny and or Tromlin just to let them know what we're up to.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the message?
Made contact with some quaggles. That told me to meet. I'll give him just a very brief description of what's going on, saying going to meet a guy. We'll catch up soon.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to follow the directions to this tunnel near the Citadel.
Yeah.
You're going to go see this Toad fella.
I think Perny will just maybe do an all CC everybody check-in on how's everybody doing, and pass along messages across the Perny net so that everyone knows where everyone is. So if anyone wants to join in anyone else's scenes, they know where that person is or can help out.
Good idea.
You get the impression of overwhelming weeping from Oogna's mind. But she sends back the message. It's not great. It's not great.
Boo hoo hoo hoo.
If you let Tromlin know that, he's want to know exactly where Oogna is right then and there.
Oogna, should I send Tromlin? Do you want Tromlin?
Yeah.
Okay, you let us know where you are. Tromlin.
And buy a clock.
Okay, all right. I'll pass along the info.
Tromlin is now running in that direction.
Bernie will suggest.
Given-
We'll probably ask Raven for recommendations for people in the cult that she is. Or sorry, not Raven. Morgan. For people that are in the cult that she is certain are not members of the Raven cult, and if we can use that person that she mentioned as a go-between for contacting the elemental. I'll pass that along before I leave, but otherwise, Bernie's done getting the information that he had. So I think.
Well, since message is going over the Perninet, and it sounds like someone's in trouble. Oh, by the way, the poll is about to end. It's your last chance, everybody. You got it's a clear leader, but there's no more time to change it unless you get a votes in real fast. And done. Somebody got a last minute vote in, but it wasn't sufficient. Okay.
Let us know when the chat is safe.
The poll has just ended. The chat should now be safe. Thank you very much to the chat. So given Oogna is distraught, does the party want to all just reconvene?
Oh, for
Probably
sure.
easiest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Morgan has been doing I'm just going to say for sake of ease, Morgan, that you spent a bunch of time also discussing party plans.
For sure.
Like in general, because obviously there's a lot to do to plan a giant gala event like that, but not necessarily relevant to role playing for the game. So,
And then we gotta get fancied up
what
this
is
evening.
Oogna's favorite dish?
Oh, she loves a sweet, so probably like a cinnamon roll or a cupcake.
Can I find like a sweet thing between here and there, like a?
yeah, you can swing to a bakery.
I will buy a nice large cake.
Aw. Actually, you know that when Oogna's dealing with heartbreak, she needs some chocolate.
All right,
She's
no.
definitely like a pajamas and like chocolate cake or pint of ice cream kind of gal.
Pint.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Gallon.
Gallon.
Like
Yeah, I was gonna say
barrel
pint is
of
not
it.
out.
But basically,
Oh,
just trying to buy chocolate for her and get there as fast as I can.
I was wondering what color Oogna's eyes are.
Oh, I think they are yellow.
Well, like the white, the white. Or
The white of them is yellow, I think, and then they're like
Yeah.
a darker yellow or even orange.
Okay.
Your character sheet says.
Eyes yellow.
Yep, this is
Skin
eyes yellow.
green. Hair pink.
Yep.
Alright, so Tromlin shows up with a chocolate cake.
Oogna's been keeping it together, just following Fetid to wherever we are. I'm sure we're probably waiting somewhere near where we were going to meet Toad. So I'm on a stoop, and as soon as I see Tromlin, I like run up, hug you, like almost snatch you off the ground and swing you around, but like cradling the cake.
Like holding the cake up.
Yeah, yeah.
So like you're crushed into the bosom and nearly vanished, and you're like just holding the cake straight above your head to keep it clear.
It's like one arm is like appearing out of the cleavage holding a cake.
Oh, Tromlin, we screwed up. We screwed up really bad, man. Oh, this is the worst.
It's okay. Muffled.
What's gonna happen?
It's okay. It's okay, honey. We'll talk.
And I'll eventually, like, I'll swing you around and hug you for a minute, and then I'll set you down, kind of like, set you right again, because I'm sure you're all rumpled. And I'll be like, it's the match. It's the I don't know who did the organizing for the match, but like, Basilisk should be the star of this, and she's not. It's her pit. I'd be so mad if someone came to my pit.
I'm casting calm emotions.
Thank you.
Excellent. Saving
Thank you.
Saving throw for Oogna.
Oh, that's a 3.
Yeah, it's a charisma save. That's not gonna cut it.
I was gonna say I'm gonna wave the roll, but I'm like, I'll try rolling and see if I roll well. No, that was a 3. So I'm immediately calm.
Okay.
I'm like, oh yeah. So anyway, like I'd be super mad if it was my pit and somebody came in and was the star for especially a big event like this, and like Basilisk has every right to be mad with me.
Oogna, I have an idea how to make this better and to elevate the local stars.
Yeah?
Okay?
Yeah? Good, good, good. Okay, okay.
So, is Megan there yet?
Morgan?
Yeah.
Morgan.
Yeah, I
Morgan
will.
is
I
down.
will have been.
Morgan the satyr,
Rushing
not
along.
Megan Stone.
I'm
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I'd be there. I'd be arriving and being like, "Who's
Right.
mad? What?" Like, I get text messages, not like bots, because I'm on a different stream. So I'm like,
I turned
"What's
to
going
Morgan.
on?"
Oh, you just got crying emojis instead of hearing
Yeah.
Oogna
Yes.
crying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, Morgan, I need you to call whoever arranged the fights. I need them to go with me down to the pits because we need to fix some things going on. To smooth things over the local fighters. I have an idea. I think it will work.
Be right back.
And is that okay?
Yeah, Basilisk hates me
I can do
now,
that.
and so does everybody else, and it's really bad, and I don't like it.
Oh, Basilisk hates you.
Yeah, she blames basically everything on me, and I totally don't blame her, because I fucked up real bad.
I turned to Morgan. Basically, whoever arranged the fights ignored all of the local fighters. So now all the local pit fighters feel that they've been slighted and insulted, which could cause us some real problems if they feel like they're left out of the show.
We. By,
But I
by
do
we
have a
at
plan
large, ignore
how
the
to make it-
natives when we arrange this event.
What was it?
Do we, as a group, ignore the natives when we made this event on their territory?
I have no idea.
We were going to do a land acknowledgement. I thought that would be enough. Isn't that as good as reconciliation and reparations? I'm an old white man. No one forget that.
Oh no.
Oh,
None of
man.
none of the two indigenous people in this group did not think about that either.
Yeah, that's a problem. That was why Oogna was going there. She was gonna like smooth things over with Basilisk and be like, "Hey, thanks for letting us use your place. I know it's a whole you thing, but like,
Yeah.
I'm just the guest here."
I will.
And that didn't go
I will
well.
say that I never really gave you guys the option to think about it because this was an add-on based on
Yeah.
a chat pool.
It's good. It's good.
And, well,
No,
and,
no,
out
no, I
of
like it.
curiosity, was the fight card matching something that we outsourced? And
Yeah, we
someone
didn't
doing-
touch it.
Is the person who did
Well-
it? Is there a chance that they did this intentionally, like to
Ooh.
cause trouble for us or to sabotage our event? Is that
Also,
where the
Oogna doesn't remember anything about Basilisk's cool new tattoo.
Would I
Um,
do that?
I will. Fernie will say out loud. It seems suspicious that whoever made the fight cards made them with such an intentional snub in mind. It might be
Indeed.
good to find out who that was assigned to, and if there's someone that we've wronged in the past.
Well,
I
I mean,
can't
no,
think
that
of
would be
anyone.
Lame.
Yes.
Was that my job that I fucked up?
No. So
Okay.
you guys
That-
were so you sent word to Pudenza
Yeah.
Yeah.
and said, "Get this shit set up." Like
Yeah.
all you guys did was say, "We want to set up a big fight between we're bringing Kangar the Strangler here and Oogna Sugar Tusks. We should set up a big fight and do all this promo." And you went, "I have contacts in town who can do a lot of that," and you sent word on to them. So you don't
I think we
know
even
yet
said something
who-
like, "Make
who
sure it's okay
did
with
Pudenza
Basilisk."
go to.
Yeah.
Like it's not like Pudenza personally is a fight manager.
Yeah.
She just would have gone, right, cult, we're gonna pull some strings.
Yeah.
Whose strings? What strings got pulled? That would be the question now.
Okay.
Yeah. I will.
Well, look. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
I don't. People I contacted to make these arrangements, as you know, host very different kind of events.
Yeah.
So they would probably outsource. I'm guessing.
Told you to make sure it was cool with Basilisk though, because that's just how things go. Like if you're coming to somebody's pit, you gotta ask
Actually, you
first.
did bring that up, I think.
Yeah, I know how this goes. Like when people come to the mud pit, they gotta ask me first, make sure I'm cool with it. I mean, obviously I ask Sal and make sure he's cool with it, because it's his pit, but, like, it's my pit.
Look, it's
There is a chance that got lost in translation. Getting to my beautiful dominatrix friend who made a lot of these arrangements, and that might be on me.
Is it possible they were intentionally discarded in translation by somebody who would stand to benefit from it?
I think
true. Like
it would be less likely that than it would be how much emphasis and work I've put into Oogna and supporting Oogna. But we can investigate to see if that's the case.
right.
No, I'm
But it might
not
just be
blaming you, though,
I've
like,
grown-
it was all on me, really. I know how this
grown
goes.
A lot of influence.
Tromlin
in
immediately
in
whirls
one
on Oogna and says,
direction.
"Stop blaming yourself."
She, like, shrinks in on herself.
Like
Well,
he's
like-
going to like do tough love. Like Oogna, a lot of people are involved. You know how it happens. A lot of people involved. Things can fall apart in communication, but we're gonna fix it. I'm going to go down there right now. I'm going to present a plan to the other fighters that will hopefully make them happy, and more importantly, make them look like the hometown baby faces.
Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what we need.
I'm sure. While this is happening, I'm sure.
I'm so glad you were around to figure things out, Tromlin.
Honey, baby, we got problems. We need to meet ASAP. We're headed towards the pits. The fighting pits, not the mud pits.
So it's gonna be okay. So I guess we should all start heading towards the pits.
Yeah, it seems
Are
like
we
it.
gonna... yeah.
Well, I will say that you were just about to go in. Into
Talk
the
to
sewers.
Toad?
Maybe
Well,
actually this is a good
split
point.
again, I guess.
No, you're having a little conversation here, but I would like Fetid
Mm-hmm.
on the edges of this to make me a perception roll. And again, I'm going to give you advantage because you've got filth with you.
8. That is a 15. My best roll.
On the die or with the bonus?
Total.
Total.
15 total.
That'll be enough to get some information, but not all. While you're all chatting here, you see a pair of shadowy forms that are somewhat quaggle-sized,
Mm-hmm.
sneaking around the edge of the nearby marketplace and ducking down the alleyway and heading in the direction that you were about to be going to find this toad person. They are deliberately wrapped up like hiding identity type, not just normal quaggles moving through the shadows, but like suspicious looking figures trying to avoid being identified.
How far away from them am I?
So you guys had sort of like gathered because you and Oogna were about to go in here on your own.
Yeah.
And then Perninet shenanigans happened, and so you've waited for everyone to congregate here. So you're like up the alley away from the sewer entrance that you were going to go to. So you're just further up the alleyway, like maybe 30-40 feet away from where these two duck into the sewer.
Okay. I want to. I'm going to tell the rest of the gang I will be right back, and I would like to try to tail these guys, see what's going on.
Cool.
Certainly. Give me a stealth roll.
Mr. Ranger.
Pretty good. That is a 23.
Ooh.
Nice. And that, are you going to pass without trace that?
No, I don't need to for these jokers, I bet.
All right.
No, especially not with a 23.
So you slip rapidly up behind, following and staying close enough that you can see where they go.
Mm-hmm.
You can't get a good enough look at them to see who they are. They have the general build that would be consistent with the weaselkin, but they also could just be lanky goblins. It's hard to say. With the 15 perception, you don't get a clear look.
Right.
But you follow them until you kind of just lose sight of them near where you were told to go find Toad.
Okay.
And as you approach, you will hear some whispering voices up ahead of you, and you can kind of stop and listen in.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
Or you can also just barge up if you would prefer.
No, I want to listen in before I do any confronting if need be.
Okay, so you hear a voice say, "Oh, good, it's you chaps! Ho ho! What news?" And then you hear this like smarmy voice that you've heard before. It's one of the leaders of the ratkin, or the weaselkin
Weasel.
that you
Emo
that you
weasels.
guys encountered back when you first came out of the place. Well, these are the weasels that you convinced to split with the other weasels and become like Quaggle citizens. But you hear the voice of the one that goes, "Yeah, we got all the news for you. We went and met with that guy, like you said." And what did he say? He said that everything's just about ready, and they're sending word on to Graculus to get all ready for the attack. And the other one goes, "Yeah." And then the other more bombastic voice comes in and goes, "Ha ha! What fun! This will be very, very interesting indeed. Ha ha! I will go and tell the others to begin the ritual. This will be very, 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 very good for me and for you. I'll make sure there's something in it for a little extra."
Okay, I'm going to immediately try to web these jokers. I don't like the sound of any of that.
Okay.
And I'm going to yell for the gang.
All right. So you kind of pop around the corner. You're far enough from the gang that they won't be in earshot, but you could send Filth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow,
Yeah.
yes.
Because you can't ping the Purrynet from your end without a ping
Right.
from him first, but you can send
Yeah.
Filth, and Filth can kind of like go,
Yeah.
"Hey, eh." So Filth
Timmy's down a
starts
well.
back up the tunnel, and you have full surprise here.
Cool.
Let me pull up a character sheet for this particular NPC. Nope, that's the list of your guys' character sheets. Wrong folder.
I think
The stream is locked.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna switch. Oh no, it's down. The stream is down.
Even better.
Oh yeah.
Heck.
Twitch. Come on. Twitch.
Attempting to
Oh,
reconnect.
Oh, here we are.
Are we back?
Here we are.
Hey,
We're
we're back.
I see us.
I see us moving.
Where did we cut off, folks? Audience? We were just about to
think we
enter into
were.
a combative situation. Did we cut off before or after?
I think we cut off when Filth had just
Edited.
left.
Fetid is about to web some folks and send Filth back.
Yeah.
Okay, no, we cut off at out of earshot, but you can. Okay,
Ah.
so Fetid was too far from the group to be heard, but he is sending Filth to go and alert them. That's all you missed.
Mm-hmm.
So Filth, the little jade pseudo dragon that Fetid wears like a shawl, is going to dart back up the tunnel, and Fetid is going to pop out and cast a spell. And I was just pulling up a character sheet for
For
the
where?
NPC in question. Okay. So I believe a web spell involves a saving throw.
The reflex save, isn't it?
That's what I'm checking.
Sounds likely.
I don't think it's an attack hit. Yes, dexterity save for the weasels and Toady. So when you jump out to cast your spell, you see that indeed the two dark-robed figures are Weaselkin, both of whom are wearing silver signs of the raven around their neck. And they are talking with a little toad man, clearly a grung, or something similar to a grung, but more of a toad than a frog, who is wearing a tweed suit with a little bow tie and a little straw boater hat. And here are the saving throws. Just double checking your save DC. Or do you have it in front of you?
My save DC. I have
There.
the character sheet, but I never know where to find that.
It's on the top of the spell list.
Yeah, that's why I never know.
I
never look
see
at
it
my
is a 15.
Yes, it is. That is what I have, at least.
Okay, Toady has made his saving throw,
Yes.
and one of the weasels has also made his saving throw.
Well,
So, bam, your various bugs spit silk and webs and goo and all kinds of stuff.
Good.
And one of the weasels is like splat attached to the wall of the sewer tunnel.
mhm.
But the other weasel manages to duck. The shorter of the two weasels manages to duck. And Toady leaps like super far like a frog and jumps out of the area of effect, or out of the path of the web.
Mhm.
And he is going to actually be able to move completely out of the.
That
out
jump
of
is
the,
nice.
Yeah, he's got a really good jump.
Jump radius.
Well, shoot.
So the weasel that ducked is still considered to be in the area of effect, so he'll have to save again. But Toady
Mhm.
has leapt clear. And now it
Sorry,
is
do
time for
something.
initiative. So please roll me an initiative roll.
Pretty good. 17.
Okay, 17. So Toady will go first, followed by you, followed by the weasels. And I'll have the one who's stuck go last.
Ooh, I'm only at 11.
Yeah, actually, I should get the rest of you to roll because you will be brought into this fairly soon. So I got an 11 for
22.
Morgan,
Plus 2.
22.
9 for Oogna.
22 for Tromlin, and Copernicus.
13.
Nineteen, 17, 12, and 4. Okay, so I am going to only be doing the initiative for Fetid and where he's doing things for now until the time has passed for Filth to come out and get you guys and you to get in here.
That's fair.
So to start with, then, will be the Toad. Where we go here. So Toady is going to leap towards you with a cry of "Whoa! Ho!" And with a huge, crazy leap, he makes it all the way directly into hand-to-hand combat with you.
Woo!
And he is going to kick you.
Them little froggy legs.
It'll be delicious.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're toad legs, so they're toxic.
Oh, boo. Well, not to Fetid.
Not to me. Yeah.
That's true. You can eat whatever you want.
He can eat this fucker. Okay, so his first attack hits you, and it does 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And he is going to spend a key point to turn this into a flurry of blows.
Oh, this is a little monk.
Okay.
Just a little monk, man.
Frog monk. Hmm.
He is a
Good.
monk toad.
He's a battle toad.
Excellent.
Oh God.
My God.
God
Good.
damn it. God
Good.
damn it.
Excellent. Well done.
I assume that's what you were doing.
So he gets to do 2 bonus. He's supposed to spend his bonus action to do 2 additional unarmed strikes. One of which is going to miss you, because he rolled a 2, and even with his bonus, it ain't going to do it. And the other might hit you. What's your armor class?
17.
Look at this little
There's his
fucker.
bonus to hit.
Please punch his stupid little
Yes,
face.
he rolled a 12. He has a +7, so he will hit.
Yeah.
So that one does another 6 points of damage.
Right.
And then he has a second attack.
Oh boy.
Yeah, monks fuck you up.
Monks will fuck you up.
So I'm learning.
That's what they do.
And his second attack will also hit you. And it will do another 8 damage. So he's done a total of 22 points of damage.
Jeebus.
Yeah, that's half my health.
As he basically sort of lands with a bunch of kicks from his froggy legs, blah, 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 and like knocks you down. Actually, I should roll. You have make me a saving throw, a strength saving throw.
Great.
to
Oh
see
yeah,
if
the
he
ones I'm
knocks
good
you
at.
down.
Yeah,
Well, that's
you're
a
great at
4,
this.
so no, I am definitely going to get knocked down.
He has knocked you to the ground as a part of his onslaught of attack. And you are next.
Monks be like that.
Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do here? Well, I want to attempt to get to my feet to start with.
Okay, you can use your movement to get up.
Yeah.
You will
and
still
I
be in
want
hand-to-hand
to-
combat range.
Well, that's
What's
no
up,
problem
monk?
for me. I would like to have Filth try to sting him, assuming Filth is back
Filth-
with me.
Filth is not back. He is
Yeah, I
on his
think
way
so.
to get the rest of the group.
All right, in that case, yeah, I'm gonna mark this guy and pretty much this thing. Yeah, I'm gonna take a couple shots at him with my bow.
Okay, roll your first attack, please.
That's a 19 to hit.
19 will defeat his armor class, yes.
Great, excellent. Alright, so 6 is 1, 6. Alright, so I do 1d6 plus 5. The mark damage is an extra d6.
Correct. And you can add another d6 once per rest with your swarm if you so choose.
Yeah, I am actually going to use the swarm to attempt to move him into the webbing instead. He has to make a
Good.
strength save on that.
So that'll be a separate thing you're doing.
Yeah.
So first of all, for the attack, then what's your damage total?
Let's see, 7 total.
Okay.
Oh, pretty low.
He takes one of his little toady hands and deflects your arrow that would have hit him.
Ooh, of course. Of course.
And I think he actually.
Fucking monks.
Spend a key point.
Yeah.
Throw it back if he fully reduces all of the damage.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has that. Oh, you're right. Yeah,
That's
he
a thing he
can.
could do. That's a thing he could do.
He is going to do that. He's going to spend a
I
key
was,
point.
I was just looking at this ability.
Uh-huh.
Someone was interested in monks.
This little
Yeah,
fucker.
he's going to throw it back at you.
Sweet.
That'll hit.
Sweet.
It's a 1d6, right?
Yep.
He does another 7 damage to you.
Alright.
1d6 plus 4.
Uh,
With your own arrow. Like
Yeah.
That's
into
Ow.
your
Cool.
shoulder. And he goes, ha ha ha! What fun!
This little fucker.
Man, I'm so jealous
All right, well.
of your quickness. It's beautiful, Lena.
Oh, thank you. I just go.
I'm working on a 3.
Oh wait,
does
does that count as a reaction attack?
From him?
Yeah.
Uses the reaction.
Yes, it is his reaction. He just
All right,
used
he
it.
has disadvantage on that roll then because I have nimble reaction.
Hey.
I will re-roll the attack. It will still hit though.
Yeah, it was worth a shot.
It was worth it.
Always with a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, well that was my first attack, so for my second attack, I'd like to try and do that again.
Go for it. He cannot do this again because he's already used his reaction.
Probably won't even hit. It's 14.
That will not hit, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that then. Well, shit.
You don't want to inspire that?
Yeah, why not? I've got 3, might as well use one.
I can mark that
yeah,
off.
that's quite a bit better. That is 26.
That is a lot better.
That'll hit, yes.
3 is 5 damage. Yeah, so
Nice.
he takes 5 damage.
Okay.
Plus 5 is 10. Yeah, sorry, 10 total.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that all you did?
Yeah, 5.
10 damage.
I think actually impossible for me to roll. Yeah, 10 damage.
And you would like to use the
Yeah, I wanna
bugs to
try
move
and-
him.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
try and swarm him.
So he has to make a saving throw, a strength DC 15 saving throw,
Yep.
which he has made.
Well.
So your bugs, your swarm, like start tugging on his clothes. And at first he sort of goes with them, like he's like, "Where are you taking me?" Oh, and then he realizes it would put him in the webs, and he goes, "No."
This fucker totally went to like some monastery up on a hill and learned how to be a monk just like for kicks.
Yep.
Yes, for kicks. That's what he's been doing.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so the one weasel who was not in the web gets to go next, but he has to hang on. Is it start of turn or end of turn? I'm
I
just
do
quickly
not
checking
know.
for web is start of turn. So he has to make a saving throw against the web first and foremost. He has failed. So he has dodged the initial blast and goes, haha, and then suddenly realizes he's stuck in it anyway. So he is caught by the web. He therefore will spend his turn trying to do the strength save to break out.
Look at that little shit. Look at this
One,
guy.
he very fails. And the other guy who was caught previously will spend his turn trying to break free, and he fails.
Good.
So they're both weasels are tangled in the webs going, crap, shit. What do we do? Help.
I know
Toady,
these are
help.
I know these are the bad guys, but I kind of love this toad.
Yeah, I kind of love him.
He may be
I don't.
the ever living shit.
Oh,
out
of
my
course,
friend.
of course.
Yeah.
He's one cool dude.
Toad.
Yeah, so. Yeah.
He's a badass little fucker.
Indeed. Just double checking some stuff. Anyway, so that round, Filth is going to spend all of his action doubling his dashing and doing extra movement, so he can get the hell back towards your friends as quickly as possible. He's not going to get there in one round though, so he's still on the way. Actually, I'm just going to double check his movement and see how close he's going to get. That's his on the ground movement, which is flying movement. I'm like 15. That can't be right. Where's his flight speed? Did I never put it down?
I do have the teleport.
You do's.
Indeed. There we go. 60 is his flight. So he will spend an action to double that to 120, which will get him a good chunk of the way back. He will get out there and signal the others next round. So We move to a second round. Toady is up first. He is going. Just double checking what I've given him here. Where's my list? That's the one, correct. He is going to pull a strange, familiar-looking black dagger out of nowhere.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And you remember these black daggers that the shadow sorcerers were carrying. But it appears like, just appears in his hand, like out of nowhere. Does it take an action to do this? Yes, it does. So he takes one action to do that. But then having done that, he then can attempt to stab you with it with his other action. So he will come up and as if you've just pulled yourself off the ground and shot at him, he will say, "Oh, my dear fellow, what? Don't you know that you have no ability to stand against the followers of the Raven Queen, the blessed frozen chosen ones, the servitors of the mighty wizard Graculus? Oh, I have powers you couldn't even dream of." And then he's going to stab you.
Great.
This fucking guy.
Yep. Those are all too high-level powers. I don't want him to have those. All right. Let's go for a straight-up stabby. That will succeed. And he gets to do it as a second attack instantly. Great. He has an ability to do... Well... Maybe? Yeah, anyway. All right. So, successful strike does another 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are all too specific. I don't like them.
Monk powers are very, very specific.
Yeah. Well, anyway. He will do another 6. I'll just throw another 6 on. Another 10 damage to you. And in this case, some of that damage is necrotic.
Ooh.
As he shanks you with this magic black dagger. And there's a cold sensation from where he has stabbed you.
Delightful.
You still up?
Yeah. Barely. I think I have 6 hit points left.
Oh,
yes.
man.
Mm-hmm. He is going to send a key point to make this a stunning strike.
Of course he is.
Yeah. So you need to make a Constitution save.
I'll be the 9. I rolled a 10 total.
Okay, he is. So you are stunned. You do not get your attack this round.
Well, I'm done.
Haha! Get good. Get wrecked, good sir.
The next up is the weasels who are trapped. So I'm going to roll each of them a strength check to see if they get out. That one rolled a 1 again. Your DC is 15? Okay.
Yep.
17. Not quite. I got a 13 total. So they are still trapped within the webs.
Good,
And just hanging there like useless idiots. So next up is Filth, who is going to come bursting out of the tunnel and frantically waggle at the rest of you. So you all see Filth swimming through the air, doing like a frantic sea snake thing, where he's like doing like this back and forth in a figure eight, and then like moving towards the tunnel. And if you're not following him, moving back, doing it some more, moving towards the tunnel.
What's the matter, buddy?
Towards the tunnel. Can I also,
Yeah.
as we're running, like, jot down in my book, like, Fetid, where are you?
You'll hear a voice in your head, Fetid, that says, Fetid, where are you?
I'm just like,
Oh no.
You're stunned, but you can respond to that. You can speak.
ow.
One of you-
I've got the thing. You'll find
One of
me
you says,
full of my own blood.
Filth. What's wrong, Filth? Did Fetid fall down the well?
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay. So the whole group of you can now go charging off to Fetid's rescue.
Morgan said she can teleport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easiest one for me would be Dimension Door if it's in a direction that, like, if it's down a cavern or
Yeah, you-
alleyway where I can see them.
You can't, so you would need to get. I
Yeah.
think you can still do. I don't think it has to be where you can see.
I
I think you can do
think
it with
so.
like a.
how many?
like-
I can. Yeah, I need a description of their distance and direction now.
Yeah,
Would be-
you can give it an exact.
So does the ranger? Can the ranger convey that through?
Yeah, it's not easy to do because it's like, well, from where you are, it's exactly this many feet in this direction.
Yeah.
Is a very hard call, but it's doable.
Wait. Can I use my X-ray eyes to see where he is through the walls, and then point for
What's
the
the
range?
range?
To teleport?
Ooh.
The range of ghostly
Within
gaze.
30 feet. I can see him through
Yeah,
30 feet
no.
of solid objects.
They are more than 30 feet away.
But is the obstruction, is the part that's obstructing them continuous past the 30 feet? Because if the obstruction's only within 30 feet, and the full obstruction's within 30 feet... then
There
I-
would be the various walls would
Are in the
definitely be more than 30 feet away.
Okay.
Like they went around a corner towards the end, right? So
Okay.
there would be a wall, definitely at least one wall more than 30
Right.
feet away from you to see through. But what I'm going to suggest is I noticed that Oogna has an extra hero point.
Oh yes.
And you've just
Yes.
been like in real sort of sad land and feeling sorry for yourself and
And
all this sort of
I've heard
stuff.
there's a frog around, and I am Queen of the Frogs.
Mhm. So what I'm going to suggest,
I want to command.
if you could activate certain leaping boots,
Yep.
and you're given a direction, just a direction, you could leap Morgan to a point where it's just a straight down,
Ooh.
right? Like how
As my
far-
frog
you know,
senses
knowing-
tingle and I know where this frog is.
All you need to know is how deep it is. But Fetid can say, "Oh, we're this many feet underground,"
Right.
very easily.
I am
because that's
very
something
happy to
easily-
spend this hero point, and also as I leap, I am going to. There's like a moment where like the Spider-Man senses come out of Oogna's head, and she like there's a frog being bad somewhere near, and just like Sorry Morgan grabs you like a football, jumps into the air, and then like flings you downwards, and I'm like, go Morgan, go.
So I need you to roll me an athletics check. Remember,
Yep.
with
Right.
disadvantage.
That's true because it's
Because of
strength
your curse.
based.
Oh God.
Even with the hero points?
Well, the hero point is allowing this curse
It doesn't
to
matter.
catch.
I rolled a 16 and an 18, so that's still a 16 plus 11.
Never
Plus
mind.
11 is going to help too. That's a 27.
27.
You ridiculously, impossibly far. So here's the order of events. On the Perny net, you're like, wait, how far underground is it? And Fetid like gurgles, like about 15 feet.
3,000 bugs deep.
Yep.
Good.
And then Oogna, seeing Filth basically kind of point his snout in the direction,
Yep.
goes, I'm just gonna go there and then straight down.
And straight down.
And you-
And I leap.
Grab Morgan like a football, do
Yeah.
the super leap, and spike Morgan towards that point.
While the door is
which-
open and Morgan is stepping through it, I want to boom in Frog. Toad, you have angered the Frog Queen.
God.
At which Toad, who is in the process of now having stabbed Fetid, is like turned the knife and is clearly about to do some kind of like cutting out the heart ritual, a la Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom, and suddenly this door appears out of nowhere. The door is weirdly cockeyed at a strange angle and like off the ground, and one tiny corner of it is like in the wall, but most of it is clear. Morgan comes tumbling out of it.
Can you bring people
And
with you,
also
Morgan?
this booming voice. Sorry, say again?
Can you bring people with you, Morgan?
Through Dimension Door? Yes.
Yes, but I think they have to be within 5 feet of you if you cast a spell, and when you cast the spell, you are hurtling towards the
Yeah,
end.
that's fair.
It's just going to be you.
That's fair. Morgan is the
but-
champion of the Frog Queen now.
But you've got all
Weapon.
them spells.
Oh yeah,
But
should I throw an
also this
intimidation on
voice-
that?
Yeah, roll me
I'm
an
gonna-
intimidation.
Let me, would you like a natural 20?
Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Okay.
It's not Benugla's night, but it is my night. And
Then-
plus my 8 intimidation, so like
You got
that's
it.
a lot.
Okay, so this is what happens then. Toady makes a Homer Simpson woo, woo, and goes Raven Queen, save me, and is going to disappear
Ooh.
with a bamf of weird shadows and teleport himself away, abandoning his weasel friends.
Oh my.
Bitch.
Anywhere within my line of sight?
You cannot see him at the moment,
Okay.
but you can see this pair of black-robed weasels hanging in the web right in front of you.
I'm gonna be tending to.
Actually, I'm going to throw a little monkey wrench in here. I need an athletics check from you because you just came out
shit.
of this dimension door at a random angle
Yeah.
from the middle of the air while hurtling towards the earth. And if this doesn't go well, you may be hurtling into
Oh,
a
it's
web.
fine. It's
It's fine.
17
It's
on
good.
the dice.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nimble.
So you basically manage to you come screaming out of the dimension door directly towards the web spell, and have the presence of mind to activate your feather fall and go whoop 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 whoop, whoop and land in front instead.
Probably gonna immediately be putting a hand on a very disgusting wound.
Yeah, there's a very badly wounded Fetid, stunned.
You can just pick me up by my tail. It's okay.
Oh my
Don't
goodness.
And
just
I'm
fall
gonna-
off if you're scared.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna-
I'm barely conscious at this point, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna
gonna-
call it there. I'm
Yeah.
gonna end the combat round because at this point, Toad is fleeing
Oh,
and these
Little
guys
bitch
are
better
trapped.
hope the Raven Queen saves him.
Good.
Yeah,
Because the Frog Queen's coming for him.
and then the bunch of you come charging down the tunnel. Fetid, you can just maintain your spell. I'm just gonna say these guys failed so many saving throws that they're just stuck for the duration. And we'll pick up in this scene
Next
game.
time. Gadget.
in
Next
2
time.
weeks. And we may have a special guest.
Cool.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we may have a special guest.
Interesting.
And don't worry, chat, I will not forget the vote that you guys just did because it will be very relevant at the beginning of next game.
Hang on a sec. I need to check something. It's gonna say technical difficulties. It's just because I have to switch screens and I don't want you to see private information. Nope, Twitch is not downloading our subscriber list, so I will once again have to do our draw off screen.
Off camera.
But we will let you know who won.
And we'll announce it next time.
Once Twitch will actually get me the info.
So, all you chat folks and everybody watching, I thank you for your attention. I highly encourage
plugs?
you to jump on the Discord and see some of the awesome art that has been posted. In fact, I am going to once again put said Discord link in the chat, and there it is. It should also be under the video description for our VOD that will be posted later.
Yeah.
Anyone got anything you want to shout out?
Peter.
I have it's not a Kickstarter, it's a backer kit. I want to try something a little bit different. Backer Kit has launched a crowdfunding platform, and I'm launching a deck called the Lore Masters deck for creating webs of lore, and it's really fun for world building and story crafting and things like that. A really fun creative tool. Earlier today, Raven joined me impromptu on a stream where we were creating a D&D setting. There is a link to the live stream so you can watch it back, and that's because we're creating a setting that I'm going to actually DM a one-shot for Alina in.
Yeah.
Along with other guests, Jordan Shively, Maroki Tong, and my wife Jasmine Minoza, who's a really wonderful and gifted role player who started playing D&D a year ago, and this is her public debut of playing D&D. So
I have
just
linked your backer kit in the
yeah,
chat.
so and the lore is the deck or the link is in the chat, and also the short link storyenginedeck.com/lore redirects to Lore Masters deck, and that's on that page. The Lore Masters deck page is where we're going to host the live stream. You'll be able to see our YouTube live there. So just you can go there to check out the project or to see us when we're live. The game is going to be happening on Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern time at that link, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Yay.
Yay.
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. Knowing that you and Raven were the ones coming up with the lore for this game, I can't wait. This is going to be amazing.
Some of it somehow overlap with a couple of the little, maybe partial scenes or things that happened within game today.
Ooh. I'm interested.
Excellent.
I'm interested. This will be fun. And if you want to see me, come check us out on Wednesday morning, or I will be on Altered Echo Archives here on Twitch this Sunday, 12 noon PST, 3 EST. It'll be a lot of fun. We just finished a heist. I'm sure there won't be any fallout. It'll be great.
Heists notoriously go off without any complications at any point.
Wonderful. Yes.
Anybody else want to do a shout out? That was a fair amount of shouting out. Read Popeye
Yes.
and questionable content and something positive
yay.
and all the good comics. Our next game is going to be on the 14th, and the week after that, Alina will be at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
If you're going to be there, come and buy a t-shirt.
And tomorrow is Orange Shirt Day.
Orange Shirt Day.
Where you
Wear an orange shirt.
It's the only thing we're celebrating tomorrow.
That's right.
Yes.
Awesome. Thank y'all for game.
See y'all. Thanks for joining
All right,
us.
everybody. We'll see you next time.
Next time, Gadget.
Oh, we're going to go do
Next
a raid.
time. Yeah, Girls Run These Worlds is playing right now, and they're a great channel, so check them out.
Huzzah.
They're great. See y'all.